Welcome to today's experiment. We are standing here with the Ooni Halo Pro, which is honestly a beast of a machine. It is designed to handle large batches, but today we are doing the exact opposite. We are testing the absolute lower limit of what this mixer can do.
I see what you mean. That mixer is huge and you are holding a tiny plastic box. Is that really all the dough we are making today? It looks like barely anything is in there.
That is exactly 280 grams of flour and water combined. But here is the funny part, Sam. I actually made a mistake before the camera even started rolling. I was planning on a nice, structured biga dough, but I accidentally poured the entire 63% hydration amount into the box at once.
So what we are seeing you dump into the bowl right now is basically a 100% pre-mixed mess. It is not even separate ingredients anymore.
Exactly. It all went into the box, got mixed together, and now I am sliding that 63% hydration puddle into the stainless steel bowl. It is just one single lump of wet flour. And now, the challenge begins. I am starting the mixer at 5% speed.
5%? That is incredibly slow. It looks like the hook is just gently poking the dough. It is hardly moving at all. Are you sure it is even doing anything at this speed?
At this stage, I just want to see if the machine can even find the dough. I am keeping it at 5% for quite a while to let it stabilize. Now, I am adding the salt. I like to do this early at the 5% mark because it gives the salt a chance to dissolve into that small mass without getting thrown against the walls.
I see the salt going in, but look at the dough ball now. It is just sliding. The hook is spinning, but the dough is just rotating around the center of the bowl like it is on a carnival ride. It isn't being stretched or folded. It is just being moved.
That is the big problem when you only use 280 grams. The dough is too small to get caught between the hook and the breaker bar naturally. There is no resistance. It is just spinning in a circle. If I leave it like this, we will never get a real pizza dough.
So what is the plan? You can't exactly reach in there and hold it against the hook while it is spinning.
Watch the control dial. I am cranking the speed up now. We are moving away from that 5% mark. As the speed increases, you can see the centrifugal force starting to take over. I am literally using physics to throw the dough toward the outside of the bowl.
Oh, look at that. Because it is spinning faster, the dough is being pushed outward and it finally hit the breaker bar. The moment it hit that bar, the hook caught it and started folding it. It is actually kneading now.
Exactly. The speed is the only way to get the dough back into the work zone. But I don't want to overwork it at high speed the whole time, so as soon as I see the breaker bar has a firm grip and the dough is being properly stretched, I dial the speed back down.
So it is a constant adjustment. You are basically playing the mixer like an instrument. You speed it up to catch the dough, and once it is being kneaded, you bring the speed back down to maintain control.
That is the secret to this limit test. You have to be active at the controls. If the dough breaks free and starts sliding again, I bump the speed back up to use that centrifugal force. It is a back and forth process. We started at 5%, but we are moving through the ranges to keep the dough engaged with the hook.
It is working, though. Even with that initial mistake of putting all the water in the box, the texture is changing. It doesn't look like a shaggy mess anymore. It is starting to look smooth and tight.
It really is. The gluten is developing beautifully despite the weird start. We are in the final stage now, and I am pushing the machine all the way to 100% speed for the finish. Look at how fast that hook is moving now.
That is intense. The dough ball is a complete blur, but it is staying right where it needs to be, wrapped perfectly around the hook and stretching against the bar. It looks incredibly silky.
That is exactly what we want. Even at 100% speed, the dough is holding together. The Ooni Halo Pro is showing its precision here. Most large mixers would have just smeared this amount of dough across the floor of the bowl, but we managed to get a perfect, elastic result.
I have to admit, I didn't think you could save it after seeing it just slide around at the beginning. The way you used the speed to force it against the breaker bar was the key.
It really was. This 280-gram ball is now perfectly kneaded with a beautiful 63% hydration. It has a great shine, and the elasticity is exactly where it needs to be for a Neapolitan pizza.
From a mistake in a box to a professional-grade dough ball. Not bad for a 5-minute experiment.
Not bad at all. It just proves that even if you mess up the start and you are using a machine that is way too big for the job, you can still get a great result if you understand the forces at play. This little guy is ready for the oven. Thanks for watching the test.
I am ready to see how it bakes. That was a wild ride for such a small piece of dough.
Definitely. We will see you guys in the next video when we finally turn this accidental masterpiece into a pizza.